Hi everyone, my name's Russell.
My name's Richard.
And this is the Lafayette Beer League, and tonight we're talking about one of our favorite beers. It is the Bier Brewery's Pretty Damn Good Pale Ale.
AKA PDG.
Yeah.
Pale.
Alright, so a little bit about the brewery. It is a family-owned business since 2010 by Darren and Jerry Connor, who are also the beer brewers. The brewery itself is open on Tuesdays and through Sundays for various hours. If you want to know more about that, check out their website. We've got the link down below. So, check that out.
They also only serve pints on Fridays and Saturdays, so when you go in on like Sunday or Tuesday through Thursday, you're really only going to be able to get like a taster to figure out which beer you want, and you can bring in your growler or buy a growler there, and they'll fill it up for you and stuff like that.
Right. How do they help you select beers there?
So if you don't really know what kind of beer you like, you can ask them to run the 9, because I think they just have the nine taps on whatever. And so they will pour you a little taster of all the 9 beers, and then they'll kind of just talk about the beer themselves, as long as they're not too busy. Like if they're crazy busy or whatever like that, totally not going to do that. They're just going to be like, cool.
What do you want?
What do you want? What do you want?
Right, they actually have over 130 different beers that they brew, and they try to switch it up as often as they can, which is pretty cool.
They're most widely known for their Weizengut, which is a Hefeweizen, and their PDG, which is what we're reviewing tonight.
Right, so this is going to be the beer that you can find at the restaurants, you can find it at your local liquor store. Obviously pick this up at Barberries. They just have a lot of different beers to offer.
Yeah, and another side note about the brewery, they are very dog friendly. Their dogs are totally welcome there. So if that's a thing that you want to do, or you want to bring your dog there, totally cool with them.
Right. So let's just get into the can art, which is my favorite topic. I think this is a really simple beer can, which just really captures the essence of this brewing company. They are a simple brewing company. They have great beers, but they're not trying to be extravagant. They're doing their thing.
Right.
One thing that I do really like is they have put the Indiana State on there, but they have also incorporated their logo.
Right. Like they made the Indiana State into spell out the words beer. They're the way they spell it, BIER, and then it has brewery at the base of the B. So that's kind of like a cool little artistic touch, I would say.
Absolutely, to fit your name into the state shape. I love it.
Yeah.
They also kind of just went really simple with putting the hop cones on there, which I love. I just love the black, green, black background. All this can says, pick me up.
Right. And then on the back, they talk about their beer. So Pretty Damn Good is an American Pale Ale. It's continuously hopped, and this Pale Ale showcases the balanced hop and malt profile. It's got about 6% ABV and 44 IBUs. It's unfilterized and unpasteurized, so you do have to keep it refrigerated. Otherwise, bacteria.
Yeah, I guess that is a thing that you usually don't have to worry about with beer, but that's because whenever they make their beer, they're keeping it simple.
Yep.
I love that. That brings us right into the actual tasting of the beer and judging, right?
Let's take that, honorary first sip.
Right. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
All right. First off, we have the appearance, which is this really nice pale golden to deep amber color, which is very on point to the style guide of the Beer Judge certification program. It's got the white head, the lingering head as well. So we've drank this once before, and the entire time that head stuck with us.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we're not talking an inch ahead the entire time.
Right.
It still has that the bubbles and that froth there at the top. Not the filling the glass, but enough to see it.
Head retention is definitely a thing with this beer style, and this has good head retention as well. As we go into the aroma, let's get into it. Let's go.
Yeah. So you definitely kind of have that hot aroma that you get from the continuous hopping, but it's not going to be nearly as strong as you would get from a dry hop or anything like that. So it's gonna be slightly pulled back and stuff like that. So it's kind of just a little bit less than you would get from your dry hop.
Right. And I definitely can kind of smell there's definitely some malt background there, but it's very small.
Faint. So faint.
Very faint.
Yeah.
It's present, but faint. It is much more prevalent in the actual flavor. So in a traditional pale ale, you're gonna have moderate to high hop flavor, and this definitely is in that more moderate range.
Yeah.
Where it's not so hoppy that like my tongue feels like it's gonna fall off from the hoppiness. Which, don't get me wrong, I love that. And then it's also gonna have like a low to moderate high clean malt character.
Right.
And
right.
I think on the flavor, yeah, it's there.
Right. I'm saying, and it's not a super malty beer that you would expect, or not really expect, but like you wouldn't expect a very malty beer with this kind of style. And it does hit that. Like it's definitely more hop forward. There is like a caramel note to it, to where you can kind of pick that flavor up on the. I get it on the front of my tongue. I think you
Right,
get it
yeah,
on the
front of the
back.
tongue for sure.
Yeah. And so like it's kind of a nice. If you've ever had like a Werther's caramel sweet, how it kind of leaves that smooth caramel taste at the tip of your tongue. That's exactly what I get from it.
Right, it's smooth and it does not have a lot of astringency to it, and that falls very much so into the class of a pale ale.
Yeah.
Overall, I think this is a really good beer. If you're sitting down for a meal, I would definitely check it out.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, Untapped. We'll go right into the ratings and stuff like that.
Right.
Untapped kind of gives it a 3.64, which is pretty fair, I think.
I think that's a fair assessment. And then Beer Advocate gives it a 3.9, which is a little high, but I think that this could definitely be a 3.9 beer.
And we also kind of looked into like the scores a little bit themselves too, and like Untapped's got like 5,000 or so check-ins with this beer, so like they're gonna have a much wider market of like people,
wider statistical base.
Yeah. Where Beer Advocate only has like 63 or something like that.
Yeah.
So like they're under 100, so they're gonna be significantly more skewed one way or the other.
Right, and then you have Rape Beer, which is at 3.32, which is definitely low. I don't know where that's coming from.
Somebody's being a troll and just rating it 1.
I can see that, but what are you gonna put this at?
I am personally gonna go closer to Untapped and go with a 365. I feel like an American Pale Ale is gonna have a little bit more balance to it with the malts and the hops. I do taste the malts and that caramel notes and the caramel notes that you get from it, but I feel like it's pretty hop heavy. Not like too bitter or anything like that.
Yeah, it's
but
not. I wouldn't say it's top heavy, but yeah.
But like definitely, you get more hops than you get malts.
Right. It's okay when you're talking about the balance. Yeah, it's on the heavier side of the hops, which is to be expected in a pale ale.
Right.
If I were to just really judge this more on the style, I'm gonna have to give it a 3.71. I think they did a really good job of staying to style, but overall, it's not. I don't want to just drink this all the time. But like if I'm at a bar and I see that they have it, I'm definitely gonna pick this up.
Yeah, definitely one of those ones where oh hey, I just walked in when they kind of you got Bier Brewery PDG. All right, I'll pick one of those.
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely something that's gonna catch my attention in can. I will have it again for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But that's because I'm an alcoholic. Hashtag life goals.
Also, it's not too expensive. So like when you pick it up at your local liquor store and stuff like that, here in Indiana, I think you pay
like it was like 11, 10. I don't think this is going to be distributed anywhere outside of Indiana.
Right.
You wish it was, but it's not.
Whatever. It might. One day.
Maybe. One day.
Maybe. Whatever.
We don't know their brewery's plans.
Right.
So, but yeah, if we were to average up all those scores, we would get that 3.64 that Untapped has given us. So I think that they are very accurate in their assessment of this beer.
I would agree.
Thank you so much for watching us. I hope you like and subscribe our videos.
And as always, my name's Richard.
My name's Russell.
And we are the Lafayette Beer League. Have
a
good night.
Wonderful night, guys. That's a damn good beer.